We're joined, of course, by the leader of the United Australia Party, Craig Kelly. Craig, welcome to the show.
Hey, no, great to be with you today.
Politics has been quite a ride for you, first as a Liberal in the seat of Hughes and now as part of Clive Palmer's UAP. Take us back to the young Craig Kelly. What was it that made you want to be a politician?
Yeah, look, I've always had an interest in politics, but as most people are, your first priority is your family and your business and your work and your sport, and politics is a distant second as you're in your sort of 20s and 30s. When I got to my sort of 40s, I grew a particular interest in competition law. And I thought that for all the good things that the Howard government were doing, the one thing that they were missing the beat on was in the area of competition law, which antitrust law, as they call it in the USA. We have many provisions here in Australia that they don't have in the USA, which enables great accumulations of very large businesses here in Australia. And I thought a lot of the policy area in the Howard government was wrong, so I joined the Small Business Association and started lobbying in that area. You turn up on the first day. I'm happy to do anything. I'll lift the stamps or I'll address the envelopes or something. And I quickly realised that if I wanted to sort of have a go, I had to put my hand up myself. And I was fortunate. I lived down in the electorate of Hughes, down in the Sutherland Shire area, and the sitting member then was a lady called Dana Vale, and she'd been there for I think 3 or 4 terms. And I went and saw her, and I wanted to say, look, Dana, this is after the Liberals lost to Kevin Rudd in 2007. I said, Dana, look, you guys, I think one of the reasons the Howard government lost in 2007 is because a lot of your small business constituency deserted you. You were seen a bit too close to the big end of town and abandoning small business. I think that's one of the reasons you lost. Now she's, Dana's a beautiful little old lady, and she's gone and closed all the blinds and closed the windows. And she said, I've got something to ask you. She says, I'm going to retire at the next election. Why don't you put your hand up and run? I thought, oh, well, how fantastic is that, Joe? I didn't realise at the time that asked 1,000 other people had all said no. So I decided to I joined the Liberal Party, and I first thought that was a bit of a con to get sort of $100 membership fee out of me. But I joined the Liberal Party. I put my hand up, basically as unaligned, not knowing. People said, "What faction are you in?" And I sort of said, "Well, factions. I didn't think the Liberal Party had factions." quickly did I learn. And I somehow fluked my way through the pre-selection in 2010 and went on to win 3 elections for the Liberal Party. Actually, 4 elections for the Liberal Party: 2010, 2019. 2010, 2013, 16 and 19. And I became a bit disenchanted with things in the last Parliament, and that's when I decided to firstly run as independent, and then the offer came up to lead the United Australia Party.
Oh, the young and naive Craig Kelly, who didn't realise the factional war was taking place above him. But to be honest, the best politicians are always the ones who aren't part of the factions, because they're there for a reason that is genuine. And on that point, service is a huge part of why the best people enter into politics. Has it been rewarding for you representing a community for so long?
Oh, look, I have absolutely no regrets, and it's a difficult balance you have to get. There's the balance of representing the wishes of the community, and there's also the balance of leadership. As where if you think that the senior leadership of the government and the party is in the wrong direction, and it's going in the wrong direction of the country, even though that may be an unpopular step in your electorate, with your constituents, sometimes you've got to put your hand up and you've got to argue the minority case and try and convince people over time that you are correct. That's the route that I took in the last Parliament. I thought we were doing terrible decisions with the lockdowns, with the mandates, with the basically taking away the freedom of the doctor, the sanctity of the doctor-patient relationship, destroying that. What I thought were fundamental freedoms that were the Liberal Party policy that we seem to abandon for some short-term popularity. I thought that was wrong. I acknowledged that the constituency that I had didn't agree with that. They were, everyone was running around in a mad panic and liked the lockdowns. But sometimes you've got to stand up for what you believe in rather than just follow the crowd.